Bob, if we can just go back a week, at the final whistle of last week's home defeat by Ipswich, you went walkabout on the pitch and you didn't speak to the players until some time afterwards. What was going through your head and what's happened since then?
What happened since then, that we had a good trainings week, and normally I always talk to my players, but now I was disappointed because we gave the game away. I thought, especially first half, we played very well. Then 10 minutes second half, it was not that good, but then we came in the game again. And if you see overall, you play 70-75 minutes, maybe your best football of the season. You create a lot of chances, then you cannot lose the game. At a certain stage, when you see that you can't win it, you did everything to win it, but okay, we didn't score or whatever, but then you can't lose it. And that was the first time I was really disappointed, because it was all about us losing the game. And okay, that's was a frustration. Maybe if you reflect now on it, I didn't talk to my players, but maybe okay, I should have done it different. But again, I'm only human, and also sometimes I need to reflect on certain things before I say something.
You missed some glorious chances in that game, and you should have won it comfortably. Has that increased your determination to bring the right striker in next month?
Yeah, I think we all already know that we are looking for a striker, but again, we need to see which profile is the best. And again, at this moment, if you want to bring a striker in, it costs you a lot of money, and it's also about budget. We don't have the budgets of certain teams in the Championship. But again, I think we did everything we need to do on Saturday, except for scoring the goal, and that was maybe why I was a little bit down after the game. Because if you play a game like in Bournemouth, where you think like, okay, you got beaten 1-0, but we didn't deserve better. But on Saturday, I think in all aspects we were the better team. But the only thing is they won it 1-0, and that was a bit frustrated. But again, like I said, I'm only human, and sometimes I need to cope with a loss as well. But because we played so well, I was really devastated after the game.
So it's important that you get a positive reaction at Nottingham Forest on Saturday.
Yeah, you know, away from home it's always difficult, especially at Nottingham Forest. But again, if we keep on producing the way we've been playing, I think we're gonna win games. But again, sometimes, like we did in Reading, sometimes you need to punish the opponent, and that's what we didn't do against Ipswich. But you know, away to Nottingham, especially first 10 games of the season, they were on fire, and they still have a good home reputation. And even when they're down, they press even harder. So it's going to be a very tough game. But I have confidence in my team that if we keep on playing the way we've been playing, especially against Ipswich, that we're going to get results.
Now you've got a mounting injury list: Stephen Henderson, Royce Wiggins, Yoni Bynes, Frank Musa. Is there any update on those players?
Yoni Bynes, okay. We don't know if we're going to take him in the squad. He trained today, half training with the first team. He's going to train tomorrow. But again, it's a hammy injury, and maybe we're going to rest him over the weekend and then let him train a full week, because with hamstrings you need to be careful. Henderson is not going to be involved. We don't know yet what the verdict is going to be on him, but he's definitely not going to be in goal. Royce Wiggins is getting better, but okay, he needs time to let his foot heal. But I think he's going to start working on his rehab from next week. And Frank Musa is struggling with his knee. Okay, but you know, in this period of the season, that you have a lot of injuries normally. But for me, it's important, except for Yoni Bynes, who has a muscle injury. Yeah, the others are. If you have something in your knee or in your shoulder, you can't do anything about it. Muscle injuries, that can be because of too hard training. But I think the boys are recovering very well. It's a small squad, so it's normal you get some injuries. But yeah, we still have players left in the squad to be competitive for Saturday.
How many of those would you hope to have back by Christmas?
Yeah, everybody. I want to have my full squad back, but okay, at this moment there is you can't do anything about it. You can moan about injuries, but I try to be positive, because it wouldn't be fair to other players who have to play now and then say, yeah, because of this and this player is not there, we can't play a game. We have a squad, and the other players normally who are playing, when the guys who are injured are not playing, and they can do the job as well. So we need to focus about them, and the injured players, they need to do their rehab, and hopefully they're going to return to full fitness very soon.
And a little bit about Nottingham Forest as a side, because you touched on budgets. They've been able to spend quite a bit of money, and perhaps they're not doing as well as they might be doing. Conversely, Charlton perhaps haven't had the money to spend and might be perhaps doing a little bit better than people would expect. Would you agree with that?
Again, I think my job as a manager with my technical staff is try to aim as high as possible, and we know that we don't have the budgets like certain teams. But again, it's only 11 players playing against each other, and it's not the team on paper that's going to win the game. I think it's all about sticking together and try to win games. But again, I was unhappy on Saturday, and I was a bit hard to my players, because I think it was our fault we lose the game. Sometimes you're unlucky or whatever, but I didn't feel sorry for myself or for my team, because I think we played a very good game. We got a lot of chances, but the only thing is we didn't score it, and we gave away a goal, and that for me was at that moment very hard to take, because I always say, if you do everything to win a game but you can't win it, you cannot lose it, especially in 94th minute. But again, okay, Ipswich, they clinched the game, and we need to continue and focus now on Nottingham Forest. And yeah, again, it's going to be very hard to get something out of that, but you see that in this league you need to play every game. Everybody can beat everybody.
And the transfer window opens for business next month. You've mentioned that you'd like to bring a striker in. Are you looking exclusively for a striker, or would you like to strengthen in other areas?
I think at this moment, if we can get already a striker in, I think a striker who can add something, we can do the business. But again, I'm not talking about the transfer window at this moment, because it's not fair to my players, because I think we need to have to believe in this group. And I think a lot of people forgot, because we started very well, and some people, and also in the press, they're talking about playoffs and promotion. I think if you see the odds before the season, we were favourites to be relegated. So now I think we've done well. Maybe we could have picked maybe here and there, especially on Saturday, a few points more. But again, at this moment, with 3 points, I think out of the top 6, I think nobody at this moment would have expected that we would be in that situation. So I just want my team to be happy and ambitious, because you can say, okay, we're doing well or whatever, but you always have to aim for the highest possible. Do we get there? I don't know. But again, I think with the budget, with the squad we have, we need to aim as high as possible, and then we see whether we get there or not.
And finally, we're a little bit away from it, but I'll ask you anyway about Christmas, because the schedule, when you look at it, seems very strange this year. There's lots of games coming thick and fast. Have you ever experienced anything quite like it?
Yeah, I played in England a few years ago, so I think
it's hard though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very hard. But again, you need to play the game. So that's why now we go Saturday to Saturday. Now we try to manage the boys and work very accurate with them. So they're gonna be fully ready for the Christmas period, because that's gonna be a very tough period.
We wish you well at the weekend. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you very much. We will need it.
Well,
okay.
Thank you very much. Very good knowledge on